This is part 12 of Healer in the Hood. To see more of the videos, go to YouTube and follow and subscribe on Healer of the Hood. This one's about pancreatic cancer. It's a tough one because people usually die very fast from it. And the lady came to me. She gave me permission, her and her dad. And she was a young woman in about her late 20s. And she said, you know, my father's one who took care of me. She came to me to the food meal when I was there in Oakland, California. And she said they gave him, I guess, 6 weeks for pancreatic cancer. And so she brought her father in. He was a phenomenal man, Mr. Flewellen. And I told him, I said, are you willing to? I do not promise cures. I tell everybody that. I don't promise life. Only God can do that. And I said, you know, God is the true healer, but you also have to be willing to give it a chance by truly following the natural plan of detox. So he was 100% in. And I also explained to him that sometimes people lose a lot of weight first because when you're getting the toxins out the body, that's generally what happens. And putting on chlorophyll, living foods, green drinks, fresh, you know, to detox, and herbs and different things, and acupuncture. So there was a whole program that he was willing to be put on. His wife was planning his obituary. So he was like, you know what, you go away for a while because I'm planning on living. So we started right away with him on the living foods, the colonics, the acupuncture. I had other people working with him. He also talked with his doctor on what he was going to be doing. His doctor respected his wishes and, you know, monitored him. I always do that. So I always have them sign that I'm not a physician or medical doctor. Everybody who's been my client knows that that's the truth. So he went on this. It went through a scary phase where, you know, where you're like, am I going to live or am I not going to live? Because we're getting rid of the parasites. Lots of parasites came out of him. He followed it precisely. And I'm glad to say that she didn't have any grandchildren. She was married. And he was able to live and see his grandchild. I believe it was a young boy. And he followed and grew his own garden. He followed afterwards. I told him not to do any sweets because any fruit at that time, even fruit at that time, will feed the parasites because they're like cockroaches and they infiltrate the system and then they eat you from the inside out. That's what happens, and the person tends to go fast. But he lived a number of years, I have to say, and he followed precisely in eating living foods and not doing the meat and things like that. And that was a success story, I have to say, of pancreatic cancer. That's Mr. Flewellen. So thank you for the privilege of allowing me to aid. I feel like I'm only 10% of it. It's you and God, because you have to follow it, and then God is the one in control of the rest of it. So I just wanted to tell you that story. That was a beautiful story. I ended up becoming very close to the family. If they see this, it's been some years, please contact me. And, you know, like to know how the grandson is doing. And, you know, the daughter and the son-in-law is doing now. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.